Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I'm your host of the most, as always, Francois878. And I know this video is a little late. I promised you a Vectis Prime build video a few days ago, but I had this video ready, and I decided to take another look and restructure the Vectis a little bit. So I actually have two builds to present to you guys today. One is a little bit crazier, and not quite what I usually bring to the table. The other one is a little bit more playing it safe, pretty much my standard build for most primary weapons. Now, the Vectis Prime is, of course, the primed version of the Vectis, which is the bolt-action 10-0 sniper rifle. It is arguably the best sniper rifle in the game right now, and I say arguably because there are people who I'm sure will disagree with me, but I really like the Vectis and the Vectis Prime. I don't use sniper rifles a whole lot, but these are fun to use. You know, maybe not, 2 hours in a tier 4 survival situation, but a properly modded Vectis Prime will get you through the majority of the content in this game with ease. Now, I have two builds for you guys today. The elemental part of both builds are the same. I chose to run two 90% elemental mods and two dual stat, 60% elemental damage, 60% status chance. That's because the Vectis Prime has 30% status chance, and along with the multi-shot, it will round out about 87% status chance, which is awesome and more than enough for me. It doesn't really matter which elemental mods you use. Just remember radiation and viral for Grenier, toxic and magnetic for Corpus, and for infested and corrupted you want corrosive damage and fire damage. Now, this is my little bit more unorthodox build. It's a heavy caliber rank 6 of 10. That's 105 damage, and I believe 35% negative accuracy bonus. That's kind of a unique thing, because the problem with the Vectis is accuracy. You need both those bullets to hit where you're pointing, and you need both of those bullets to hit people in the head. So accuracy is key for this particular build. I also have a max level serration and a max level split chamber as per usual. I also have a point strike on here, which increases my crit chance. The base crit chance on the Vectis Prime is 25%, so point strike will bring it to about 62.5%. So you'll be critting, 2 out of every 3 shots roughly. It is a decent amount. You should always pretty much be aiming for the head anyways. Now, in the video, obviously, I know that the enemies are low enough to, where I won't need to specifically aim in the head to get a one-shot kill. But if you're going up against higher level enemies, 60 or 70, you definitely want to make sure you get those headshots. Because, when you do hit a crit on a headshot, it will do a much more satisfying amount of damage. Now, that's the more unorthodox build. I don't run a low-level heavy caliber on a lot of weapons, mostly because I enjoy the max damage of a rank 10 heavy caliber, but I decided that I wanted, and this build for this particular gun, that having both bullets hit people in the head outweighs one bullet in the head and the other one flying off. Now, this is the other build. This was the first build that I came up with, and it's a little bit more mainstream. It's a little bit safer, but it's a little bit less fun, I think. Heavy caliber, of course, is rank 10 of 10. Serration, split chamber, and then instead of point strike, you put on fast hands, so you reload a little bit quicker. The reason, and this build will actually support a primed fast hands up to rank 9 if you need to. It's an interesting build. You do get a little bit faster reloads. I've noticed that between the two builds, the reload's not really that much of a difference. So if you want to put a heavy caliber rank 10 and point strike on here to get, you know, the crit chance and to get the crit chance, but also the higher damage, that's something too. You know, I make these build videos as more of a suggestion, but, you know, you guys can tinker with it, and let me know in the comments section if, you know, you guys have a better suggestion for me. I figure this is one of the rare weapons where you can really build it to be crit and status, and both be fairly effective and both hit in a pretty regular basis. Which is exactly what you want for higher level content. Now this rifle comes with a V polarity, or an offensive polarity mod slot, and a horizontal kind of a dash, the utility mod slot. Mod polarity slot pre-installed on this weapon. I did have to Forma this weapon 3 times in order to get this on there, and you might even have to Forma it a 4th time if you have a max rank point strike, or excuse me, a max rank primed fast hands. But I added 2 V polarities and 1 utility, the horizontal dash polarity, to achieve these builds. And these builds, I like them a lot. I like the Vectis. You know, like I said, you know, is it a nightmare raid capable? Possibly. You know, maybe 2 or 3 shots, which you can do with the Vectis because it has more than 1 shot in the cartridge. You know, perhaps, but you know, anything that this game is going to throw at you is probably going to melt. I really like the Vectis. The Vectis Prime is a definite upgrade, and it's a lot of fun to use, and it does also have a very specific look about it as well that I like a lot. It does have a lot of little moving parts and whirligigs, and aesthetically it is pleasing to me anyways. I've heard people, you know, who disagree with me greatly. But thank you very much for watching this build video, ladies and gentlemen. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And please let me know in the comment section if you guys have a suggestion for me or a different build for me. I'm always open to other people's suggestions. I'm not going to be an asshole and say, oh, my build is God. And, like, obviously, everybody builds their weapons slightly differently. So please leave that in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and we will see you next time. This has been your host with the most, as always, Francois878, signing out.